Good morning, booktubers. So today I'm really excited about this video because it's all about one of my very favorite reading events that happens every year. Now, this event is hosted in the blogosphere, but I'm hoping that more booktubers will get involved this year because I think the more the merrier. So just to tell you a little bit about it, this is the Readers Imbibing Peril, RIP number 8. event. So this is a yearly event that goes on over the course of September and October, and the host of this event is Carl from stainlesssteeldroppings.com. He's a great blogger. He's been blogging for probably 9 or 10 years, I think just a little longer than I have. Excuse me. And so he invites bloggers to read from a set of genres that really celebrate fall and the coming of Halloween. And so it's a really fun time of year to settle down as the weather cools off with some great kind of spooky books and really take advantage of this time of year. So yeah, I'm going to link the RIP post at Carl's blog in the down bar. There's a sign up area, and then there's a separate site where you can actually link all of the reviews that you make, whether they're videos, whether they're blog posts, whatever. So this is not really a readathon, it's more a reading event, I think simply because of the length of it. I doubt anyone could read as consistently as we do in a readathon over the course of 2 months. So it's really relaxed. You kind of take it at your own pace and pick books that you enjoy or that you think you will enjoy and really choose your level of participation. So Carl is inviting us to read from the following genres. I have a cheat sheet: mystery, suspense, thriller, dark fantasy, gothic, horror, and supernatural. And of course there's some room for interpretation. If you think if it's an RIP worthy read, then absolutely read it and participate in this event. So I'm going to be showing you my peril pool today. These are the books that I have stacked up that I'm planning to choose from in the months of September and October to celebrate RIP. So the first one is The Angel Maker by Stefan Briesch, and this is like a gothic fiction novel about a doctor who moves into town, and he has 2 boys, I think, twins, both with hair lips, and so between that issue and the time period, I think it becomes kind of a scary, unusual, mysterious type situation. So really looking forward to reading that. From the master of the horror genre, I have Full Dark, No Stars by Stephen King, and this is a collection of 5 shortish works by King in 1 volume, and so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I haven't read King in a while, so it'll be a nice return. I also have Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This is actually for a separate event as well. There's a read-along going on in the month of September hosted by The Entomology of a Bookworm, and I will link up her blog below. But the event is called Septemb-Eyre, and a bunch of us will be reading Jane Eyre and discussing it. I also picked up my beautiful volume, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, to fall into the mystery category. And I mentioned that there are various levels at which you can participate in RIP VIII. I am doing Peril the First, which means I will be reading 4 books from these genres as a whole, just picking 4 books to read throughout September and October. Maybe I can read more, maybe I won't, we'll see. But there's also the Peril of the Short Story, where people read short stories and discuss them that fall into these genres. So I will probably use some of the short stories in the Sherlock Holmes collection to participate in that level or peril. I also have Geek Love by Catherine Dunn, and this seems like, from what I've heard, that it falls more into like the grotesque category, so I'm taking a little bit of a liberty here, but I think it will fit. I will also be reading Dracula by Bram Stoker. I've read part of this book, but I've never completed it, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'll be reading that with my buddy Brooke Lee in October. And a big chunky collection, Burning Your Boats, The Collected Stories of Angela Carter. And if you're familiar with Angela Carter, you'll know that she wrote a collection of dark gothic short stories based on fairy tales called The Bloody Chamber. And I've never read any more of her work, so I'm really looking forward to dipping into this collection for the short story Peril. And there's also a read-along, the peril of the group read, as it were. And so my friend Heather and I from the Estella Society will be hosting a read-along of The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. And so reading for that starts on September 1st and wraps up round about mid-October, maybe October 14th or so. yeah, so I will definitely, you can find that information down below. I'll do a direct link to the page at theestelasociety.com, but you can also find it if you go to Carl's RIP VIII post. So, how many of you are planning to join in on the RIP fun? I'm sure some of you are already reading these types of books at this time of year anyway, so you might as well sign up and enjoy and, you know, take part in some giveaways and some special posts and things like that. Have you read any of these books? What do you have to say about them? And yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to Chelsea from Chelsea in a Book, because she posted about her fall reading last night, and I could not wait one more day. I was so excited to share with you all. So I hope to see you involved in RIP VIII. I will certainly be reading in September and October. I'll see you later. Bye.